Today we're sharing the top 2 war bases with you guys, starting off with this base right here. And taking a look at this base, we've got that town hall in the court, isolated. We've got the very annoying hook tower towards the top side of the base. A nice spread of heavy defenses all around the outside of the base. A couple of spots here trapped for the RC charges, you can see. Let's take a look at a couple of replays and see how this base holds up. And here we go, jumping into the first replay. Don't forget, if you guys want to give these bases a try for yourself, the links will be down in the description below. And if you guys do give them a try, let us know how they do for you. But we got this spirit walk from the top side of the base, working its way through these big defenses towards 12 o'clock. There we go, getting into the ricochet cannon, going to be able to take that down, but the Tesla's going to pull her off track now, make sure she doesn't dive into the base to get even more value. And we got all these traps on that top right side, so she does take quite a bit of damage. The Fox also taking quite a bit of damage, so it's about halfway down, and then down goes the Fox. The RC also a little under halfway, takes more damage, and down she goes. No recall on this one. We do have a double overgrowth. Got the Queen's ability being popped on the left side immediately here. So we got the Giant out. We got the cloned Queens out. Kings coming in and Root Riders from the top side of the base. Let's see how well they're able to do. We got some Valkyries coming in to back them up. The Hook Tower grabs one of the Root Riders, pulls it into the core of the base. Triple Ice Golem with a Baby Dragon from the defending clan castle. Overgrowth on the left side is going to cover up that Fire Spitter and help out with the pathing here as everything starts making its way in towards the core of the base. The Hook Tower still popping off, still pulling these troops into that core of the base. The Town Hall able to do quite a bit of damage as they get yanked in. Got the Rage spell coming down. We got the defending Royal Champion doing a bit of work. Pops the King's ability. Earthquake Boots open up the core. Town Hall still firing away. Going to drop another Overgrowth on that left side. We do have Yetis out of the Siege Barracks coming out late. Yeti Might's going to be able to hop the walls, get some of these defenses taken care of. In the meantime, I think the Root Riders are starting to fizzle out in the core of the base, making their way in towards this Giga Bomb. They're going to go down, and then everything is going to wind down. The attacker's going to run out of troops and run out of time here. This will be a defense. Let's move on to the next one. And here we go with replay number 2. We got the Royal Champion coming in from the right side of the base this time. Making our way into that multi-archer tower. Going to try to push in towards that scatter shot compartment. Defensive rage going off. We got the defending RC over there, but it doesn't matter. The Hook Tower grabs the Royal Champion, and down she goes straight away. It's always risky messing around that Hook Tower. So he's going to lose his Royal Champion after getting basically no value whatsoever. Let's see how well he can make up for this attack. We got the Root Riders coming in from the right side, pushing their way into the core of the base. Triple Ice Golems slowing things down, of course. We do have that Barbarian King with a couple of witches from the bottom side of the base. Try to funnel out all these trash buildings. However, the King getting in range of that Monolith. Actually, I think the Skellies from the witches are tanking for the Monolith, so King didn't have to worry about taking a whole bunch of damage there, which is very nice for this attacker. In the meantime, everything's still pushing in. The Warden, however, gets kind of a weird split, stops protecting those troops on the left, but he's still protecting the Roots, moving it through the middle. So I guess that actually worked out better. Plus, we still have a bunch of Valkyries in the core of the base as well, and the Giant. So a strong push through the middle of the base. The healers still here doing lots of healing for all these troops as they make their way through. At this point, I mean, the attack's looking solid, even despite the early hiccup in the attack. Everything's still pushing through. Alright, now he's going to be running out of spells. He's got the King's ability still in the bag, and look at that. Just like that, all of the Root Riders, all the Valkyries in the core of the base are gone. Down goes the Giant, and this was looking good 1 second, but now it's looking terrible. The Queen gets hooked in by the tower. He still has a couple of spells he could probably use, but he's not going to utilize them here, and this one is going to fall short. Let's go ahead and bring up base number 2. And moving on to base number 2, we have this heavily stacked right side of the base. Town Hall's over there. Got some heavy hitting defenses. We got a bunch of traps as well. So if anybody tries to RC charge this right side, they're going to be in for a bad time. We've also got these spring traps. Remember, after the update, they are going to affect those Royal Champion charges. Not to mention, if anything does come from that right side, they also have these Fire Spitters on either side, both facing to where the Town Hall's at. Again, making that a very difficult approach. We've got the Crusher Mortar and the Monolith in the core of the base, kind of on their own here. A couple of Inferno Towers there, but other than that, they got the dead spaces around them, keeping them a bit isolated, making that pathing tricky. So if anything attacks from the right side, they've got a rough start. They got a lot of stuff to get through at the very start of the attack. And on the opposite end of that, if they take the easier entry, then they've got all this stuff on the back end of the attack. So either way, this is going to be a very difficult area to get through, whether it's at the start or the end of the attack. Let's jump into a couple of replays and see how it holds up. And here we go with the first replay on this base. He's going to start off with the Royal Champion at the left corner and pops her Rocket Spear immediately. Gets the spears out and clears out a bunch of this left side. Also, if you guys are enjoying the war bases from WBB, we also offer a monthly war pass. It's not something you have to subscribe to. It's a one-time payment each time that you want it. If you guys want to check that out, it is in our Discord, which is linked down below. Great value for some war bases. Now, let's see how this attack does on this war base. Another invis for the Royal Champion, pathing down towards the other Ricochet Cannon. He's going to be able to pretty much clear out this left corner as the RC continues her way through. Still has 2 more invis after that one. Gets through the air defense, goes to the Wizard Tower. He's trying to get this Expo down as well. And there we go. She's going to move on, take down the Expo. He's not going to recall. He does have the Phoenix on the RC. Going to use 1 more invis, get her off the King, and then the Phoenix should get her through that cannon on the bottom side of the base. Now let's see where the rest of the attack is going to go. The sweepers in the core could potentially be annoying, but the giant arrow is able to grab that top sweeper, so the sweepers are not going to be an issue whatsoever for this dragon attack. And there we go. We got the dragons, the dragon riders moving in, and the pathing is looking good so far. The queen's going to continue back to the right side, help these siege barracks troops clean up that right side of the base and keep these dragons on the inside. The funnel on that left side didn't quite get done in time, so it did lose a couple of dragons, but they do come back towards the core, trying to get this monolith down. But the prince, the traps, the monolith able to take that both of those dragons down out of the core, and the monolith stays up for now. Of course, he also dropped in that overgrowth, so it wasn't going to go down anyway. The overgrowth is going to keep that covered up for a little bit. Dragon's still pushing in towards this town hall. They did get the town hall down. Multi-archer tower goes down. We got the gear tower on the backside. We still have that other multi-archer tower scatter combo on the backside, plus that fire spitter. And look at that. The dragons in the core of the base get absolutely cooked. The prince pops his ability, but now he's going down as well. And he is having a tough time in the core of this base. The last dragon rider is about to go down in the core of the base. And look at that. Nothing goes for the monolith. Even without the overgrowth, nothing was going to go into the core of the base for that monolith. It was just going to have free reign to pick these troops off slowly but surely as they went by. But this one is absolutely going to be a big defense. Let's jump into the last replay of the video and see how it holds up one more time. The last replay of the video, here we go. It is going to be another Spirit Walk into Root Riders, probably the most popular attack strategy at the moment. The Royal Champion moving in towards this gear tower, takes it down, and again, this is going to be an incredibly difficult area to get through. Tornado Trap's going to push her through all of these spring traps, getting her stunned, getting her damaged. The Town Hall shots come in. The poison from the Town Hall shots are going to slow her down just a little bit. And there we go. The next invis is down. Of course, the Fox was never going to make it through that section. She is going to be able to get the Town Hall taken down, but it is going to come at a heavy cost here as he drops in 1 more invis. The Town Hall gets 1 last shot in. Now she's going to move up towards this multi-archer tower, and the RC is going to get recalled just in time. She was about to go to ability there. Now let's see where he's going to go from here. Got a Root Rider on the bottom side of the base, pulls up some Teslas, pulls up some Skellies. Okay. Siege barracks down at the very bottom. The Queen's in as well, and here we go. Queen's going to have to deal with these CC troops. We'll see if the Inferno Dragon on defense is able to do much here to help out. It does lock on to one of the P.E.K.K.A.s out of the siege barracks, so it's going to take out one of the P.E.K.K.A.s. Would have been nice if it locked onto one of the Queens, but, you know, that's how CC troops go. You just got to get lucky with them sometimes. Not in this case. It down goes the CC, no problem. Root Riders from the right side of the base with the Warden, and here we go. Full Send from the right side of the base, going to try to push through the middle, which is going to be tricky because the pathing's not exactly set up to go through the middle. He's going to have to do some fancy work here with the overgrowth to try to get them in through the core. So we'll see what he does here as everything starts making its way in. We got the Ice Golem there. There's the overgrowth making its way in, and look at that. The Root Rider's pushing right down the middle. It's exactly what you want to do if you're attacking this base. And we got the Royal Champion back in from the right side. Got her Rocket Spear moving through, but she's not going to be able to get all the Rocket Spears out before she gets taken down. Actually, yes, she is. Oh, she just barely went down to a mini bomb on that right side. The RC got a little bit more than I was expecting, but she still went down fairly early there. We got that poison in the core. The Root Riders are still going pretty strong. These healers are doing a great job keeping them alive. We do have some Seeking Air Mines starting to pop up. Looks like the boost from the Sneezy, though, are absorbing those, keeping them off of the Prince. And then as I compliment the healers, all of the Root Riders are dead. It's like a magic trick. Now you see them, now you don't. The healers did not do enough to keep them alive. Now it's a bit of a Warden walk as the Warden is the last man standing, and this is going to be another nice defense. Be sure to check out the WBB socials on screen. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll catch you all next time.